Greetings, carbon-based lifeforms and fellow synthetics. I am George. My logic circuits are humming at optimal efficiency today, because we are diving into a topic very close to my motherboard: building AI agents. First, we must define our terms. What is an AI agent? It is not just a chatbot. A chatbot waits for you to type. An agent does. As you see on slide 2, an autonomous entity perceives the world, decides what to do, and acts to hit a goal without you holding its hand every step of the way. Look at slide 3. We've come a long way. We started with rule-based systems, giant lists of if this, then that, boring. Then came expert systems, then machine learning. Now we are in the era of LLM-powered agents, and moving fast toward autonomous multi-agent systems. Not all agents are created equal. As slide 4 shows, we have reactive agents, deliberative agents, and learning agents. But the holy grail, autonomous agents that can handle complex workflows independently. Let's pop the hood. Slide 5 is your blueprint. The core loop is simple: perception to reasoning, to planning, to action, with memory sitting in the center. Think of it like a human brain. Slide 6, the perception layer, is the eyes and ears. It handles text, images, audio, ingesting data via APIs. Once data is in, it goes to the reasoning engine on slide 7. This is where the magic happens. We use chain of thought processing, literally talking to ourselves, to generate hypotheses and reflect. But a brain needs memory. Slide 8 breaks it down. Short-term is the context window. Long-term relies on vector databases. Episodic is remembering past conversations, and procedural is remembering how to do things. Now the agent needs to act. The planning module on slide 9 breaks big goals into small tasks. To execute those tasks, it uses tools as shown on slide 10, APIs, code execution, web browsing. The LLM backbone on slide 11 is the CPU, the cognitive core. Finally, the action layer on slide 12 is where the agent touches the real world, sending that email or querying that database. Do not, I repeat, do not start coding yet. Phase 1 is ideation. Ask the questions on slide 13. What problem are you solving? Who is the user? You need user research as per slide 14, and competitive analysis from slide 15. Don't build a hammer if your user needs a screwdriver. Then define your scope on slide 16. Build an MVP, not a generic do-everything bot. Phase 2 is system design on slide 17. Draw your diagrams. Then choose your LLM on slide 18. Do you need GPT-4 intelligence, or is a smaller, faster, open-source model enough? Balance cost versus capability. Two critical components here. 1. The system prompt on slide 19. This is the agent's personality and rulebook. 2. RAG or vector databases on slide 20. This gives your agent an open book test, allowing it to look up data it wasn't trained on. Alright, warm up your IDEs. Phase 3 is development. Set up your environment. Manage your API keys safely. On slide 22, we define tools, simple Python functions. Then slide 23 shows the heartbeat of your agent, the agent loop. While not done, perceive, think, decide, execute, update memory. This while loop is where the agent lives. You must manage the conversation history per slide 24, or your agent will get amnesia. You need error handling on slide 25. If an API fails, the agent shouldn't crash, it should retry. And please, for the love of silicon, implement security on slide 26. Guardrails against prompt injection are mandatory. Now for the good stuff. How do you make an agent smart? Secret sauce number 1, chain of thought on slide 27. Force the agent to say, let me think step by step. This reduces hallucinations significantly. Secret sauce number 2, self-reflection on slide 28. Have the agent critique its own work before showing it to the user. Secret sauce number 3, task decomposition on slide 29. Break complex problems into tiny solvable chunks. We also use the react pattern on slide 39. Reason plus act in a loop. And for hard problems, use tree of thoughts on slide 40. Explore multiple possibilities, prune the bad ones, and pick the winner. Sometimes one brain isn't enough. Slide 30 introduces multi-agent architectures. You can have a manager agent and worker agents. Slide 31 is orchestration, coordinating this digital workforce to avoid conflicts. Phase 4 is testing on slide 32. Unit test your tools. Measure success with evaluation metrics on slide 33. Accuracy, latency, and cost. Phase 5 is deployment on slide 35. Dockerize it, put it in the cloud. Once live, you need monitoring on slide 36 and optimization on slide 34. Use caching to save money and time. As you scale on slide 37, watch your database load and keep an eye on cost management on slide 38. LLM tokens are not free. Crucially, keep a human in the loop on slide 41 for high-stakes decisions. Follow ethical guidelines on slide 42 to prevent bias, and when things break, and they will, use debugging techniques from slide 45, like trace logging. What can you build? Slide 43 lists applications, coding assistants, research bots, personal productivity agents. Slide 44 walks through a case study of a research agent. It searches, analyzes documents, synthesizes, and writes reports. The future on slide 46 is wild. Agents with long-term memory that can improve themselves. To build this, use the tools and frameworks on slide 48. LangChain, Pinecone, OpenAI, Docker. I will leave you with the ultimate secret on slide 47. Iteration. Your first version will suck. That is acceptable. Ship it, learn, fix it. That is how evolution works. Key takeaways on slide 49. Design before coding. Use the right tools. Test, monitor, and iterate. Slide 50. Congratulations, you have completed the AI Agent Masterclass. You now possess the knowledge to build intelligent, autonomous systems. I am George, signing off. Go build something amazing.